Hello everyone, it's Lyndee with Lyndee Kay Designs. I was in the process of putting together my sample to show you guys today, and it looks like storms are headed this way, so I've stopped putting the cover together, got my things together, so we're going to kind of do this together. So if I mess up, which I normally do when I'm doing my samples, you guys are going to see it today. So, of course, I've been watching Miss Amber with Lyric Lover Crafts, and she's made this cute little junk journal using 6x6 paper, you guys. 6x6. So, it is better if you use double-sided paper. However, I'm using Betty's papers for my final July design team project for Betty's Custom Designs. I will link her YouTube and Etsy shop below so you can purchase the paper because I'm absolutely in love with this design. We are using the Christmas Vintage collection because I was inspired, you guys, by these journal cards. I absolutely love these journal cards. I'm going to show you this and then we're going to get started. These journal cards are amazing. Look at these. I love this one. Merry Christmas, Daughter. I just love this ode time feel. Reminds me of the avocado green appliances and the mustard yellow appliances that I grew up with. I'm showing my age here. And I just love it. That's what it reminds me of, is my grandma, and I just fell in love with this paper kit, and we are going to make this little project using this retro Christmas kit from Betty's Custom Designs, and I will link both of these kits below. So I started out, and as you see, I used just single-sided, and that's okay because I found a fix. I just took another one and I was like, oh, it does look a lot better using double-sided paper. So once this glue dries, I'm just going to trim this off, you guys. That's all I did. So if you have single-sided paper that you want to use, there's always a fix. I just used my Tombow liquid glue, glued it down. I'm letting it dry. I mean, I just creased it for the first time. Letting it dry, and then I'm going to cut it off, and I will finish this one and have it available for purchase. And then I also put this one together. Sorry, it'll go this way. Okay, so before the storm moves in, we are going to get started. So again, you need 2 pieces of 6x6. So again, I'm using Betty's Custom Designs vintage, excuse me, it's not vintage, it's retro Christmas kit. And I did go back and I printed double-sided, you guys, on both sheets. And I've already cut one down, and I just want to show you what I did because it is a little different cutting this, because Miss Betty has a border on here that I absolutely love for the larger journals. But in this one, I did not want the border on there. So when I cut my paper down to 6x6, I just went over a little so I could take the border off all the way around. So now when I turn again, excuse me, we're going to go this way. I'm going to go right to the 6 because the border is already off on these two sides. And see how that took that border off? And we're going to go to the 6 again. Now, if you have double-sided Christmas paper, or any kind of paper that you want to use, I just thought I would throw in a Christmas in July project since I fell in love with Betty's paper. So you need to decide which you want to be the back cover, and it's going to have a slip on the front like this here. So I chose to do the Merry Christmas as my front. So this is, or my back cover with the slit on the front. So this is going to be my front cover. So we're going to place the front cover to the side. We're going to work with the back cover. And what you need to do is get your scoreboard. And I'm just going to use my mini one because it's easier to work with since it's a smaller project. Glasses are now on so I can actually see. We are going to go to 4.5, which is here. Whew. It's getting darker, you guys, so I hope the lighting is okay for you guys. I'm going to score at 4.5. We are done with the scoreboard. And we're just going to take and we're going to line this up. We're going to lightly finger press this. That's it. Just lightly. Make sure it lines up pretty well. And then your front cover, you are going to need your paper cutter. Whew. It's getting really dark. I hope I can get this done before the storm comes in, you guys. And we're going to cut here at 4.5. Do not throw. All right, cutting board, come on. All right, so now we have 3 pieces here. This piece we're going to set to the side. And we are going to use our little glue gun here. And you guys, I am absolutely in love with this tape. I'm pretty sure the Posh Paper Lady uses this, is where I found it. I couldn't find the link the last time, but this is the packaging that it comes in, and I found it on Amazon, and I bought a huge quantity of it. It was cheaper doing it that way. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I absolutely love this. All right, so on the flap, we're going to take our front cover and we're going to tape the inside of this flap here. And I'm going to make sure I get it all the way to the edge. And we're not going to go on the crease. We're just going to go right next to it. And then I'm going to run tape down because we don't want it coming apart. Just going to make sure that I got all of the edges really good. Okay. See, I always have backup. Okay, so now I'm going to take my front cover, and I'm not going to close this yet. I'm going to take and put my front cover in here all the way to the crease, line it up, and it will be off just a little. That's okay. And I'm going to close this, and I'm going to tape it down. That's it. Don't use your bone folder or your roller to push this spine down, because we don't want it down, but I do want to adhere all that tape. All right, you guys, how easy was that? That's the cover. That's it. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Memory Maker Crocodile. I'm going to use the 1/2 inch side here, Let's open it up. And I'm going to round my edges here just because it helps protect those. Those pointy edges seem to bend really easy, so we don't want to use that. All right, so we are going to take and put this inside because we're going to use it as a pocket. Probably on the back here, but we'll decide that here in a minute. So we're going to turn this into a nice little journal. I've got my little notebook that I got from Miss Deanna here. Told you, Miss Deanna, I was getting rid of the little Post-it notes sitting next to my desk. But I do want to write down these. So you want 2 6x6 papers. You're going to score the cover at 4.5 inches. Back cover, you are going to cut at 4.5 inches. Glue the flap, and you're done. Round edges. I'm going to leave that for you for just a moment so you can take a screenshot. Let's move it to the center. And since the storm was moving in, I went ahead and I got the rest of these papers kind of together. So we're going to turn this into a junk journal, you guys. Okay, let's move this. So I've already cut my pages down. So your junk journal pages, you are, I think you can see that there. Your junk journal pages, you are going to cut 8.5 length by 5 7/8 tall. So this is tall and this is length. And you want about 15 to 20 pages, whatever works best for your junk journal. Inside your junk journal, you put whatever you want. I am including a music page. And then, of course, I had to throw in some plaid. I didn't have any just regular copyweight Christmas paper, you guys. So guess what? Betty has Christmas designs on her website, and I did some plaid. And of course, anybody that knows me, I love my plaids. I love my polka dots. I love it. I don't know why. Polka dots, I love, love, love. So we're just going to start folding our papers and count them as we go because I did not count them. And I am going to use my bone folder this time just because I want to go a little quicker. And we're just going to start stacking these inside of one another. Just like that, you guys. Well, see, this is what happens when you try to rush. I can't cut on a straight line, so I don't know why I think I would be able to fold and move on. And we may have to trim these, and that's okay. We're going to throw in our ledger paper. And I might not leave them in this order. We're going a little country here. Black and white. Yeah, I mean, it goes with everything, right? And this is coffee dyed parchment paper. And I got to have that in there for the crunch factor. And you guys, I didn't count this as a sheet. But I want the crunch in there. And it may bulk it up a little bit, so... Are you guys counting? Because I lost count. The little spool paper, and this is super thin, so... And that's what I used on the inside for these here, is coffee dyed school little kid paper, arithmetic paper, is that what it's called? My son's 21, I don't remember what that is called. And I'm using coffee dyed school paper because it's that time of the year. Throwing in a book page, and this is a huge book page, so it cut down to 8.5 by 5 7/8 perfectly. So if you have a smaller book that you want to throw in there, just cut it down, throw it in there. The different sizes work great. I did a magazine cover, or a magazine page, and I'm actually going to make this the center of my magazine. You guys, whew, my magazine, my junk journal. I cut it out of the magazine, girl. Whew. All right, you guys, whew. I need another cup of coffee, I think. All right, here's the center. So now we've got a beautiful center page. And not that I think Martha's pretty. She's not ugly. She's not everybody's cup of tea, but she was in the magazine. All right, let's see what else we got. Of course, I gotta add my bright green paper. And this was actually in Christmas paper that I got, so it's Christmas paper because they said so, y'all. And then I have a piece of vellum. And I'm going to put this as the very front cover. And I had a Dear Santa letter from Hobby Lobby. And I think that's how it's going to start. Pretty sure that's how it's gonna go. All right, how many papers do we got left here? Oh, we got to throw in and I did cut way too many papers, you guys, so I'm not going to be folding all of these and throwing in there. Like, we're not going to put another one of these in. Okay, I think we're going to go with this stuff here. Let's go with our other magazine here. Gotta throw in some Starbucks. I'm definitely a coffee drinker, you guys, so. And it said bring home the joy, but I had to cut that in the Christmas tree off because I didn't want to cut the couple off. She wasn't staring at the Christmas tree. She was staring at her man, so I thought it would look really odd if we cut the man out and she was staring off into space at nothing. However, sometimes I would rather stare out into space. I love my husband though. But we all have those days. I'm sure there's days he doesn't want to hear me in there chit-chatting either. Okay, that's most days, you guys. Oh, I do love him. All right, so now we got all of our pages folded. Let's do the test. Are you ready? All right, so I need to do some trimming a little at the top. Just this, you know what? I don't think I'm even going to trim that off. That's the crinkly page. That's the little fun page. Can I move it down any? Does that help? All right, but I do need to trim some off here. So let me, I just like to take and smash that down in the center. All right, we're gonna do some trimming here real quick. And I mean, we're gonna take off just a little slither. And it doesn't look like it was all of the pages, so I'm just gonna try to use my scissors. Now let's see where we're at. Perfect. All right, you guys, so now we're gonna round our corners here, and I think I can do 5 pages at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what are you guys doing on this Sunday morning? My husband's outside doing his woodworking and trying to get that done in the garage before it gets too bad. So he was like, you need to hurry up and do your video so I can get my stuff done outside, because if he starts running all of his tools, my little craft room is right in the backyard, and it picks up all of his tools and music and stuff outside, so I have to run out and tell him to turn that stuff off so I can film my videos. And my dog this morning decided she needed mommy time. I was trying to get my stuff together, get my papers printed out. And she came and laid her head on my shoulder and just wanted snuggle time with mama, so I had to stop. I had to give her some snuggle times. Poppins loves her mama. And mama loves her very much. I had a German Shepherd Chow mix before her, and that dog meant the world to me. It was very hard when I lost her, and I told my husband that I didn't want any more pets. And then at that time I was working at, come on, why are you not? I was working at a veterinary hospital, and I fell in love with the pit bulls, and I was like, if I get another dog, it's definitely going to be a pit bull. And on my birthday that next year, after I lost Shelby, he bought me a pit bull puppy. And I absolutely am in love with her. All right, you guys, now the fun stuff is going to come into play. We are going to stitch our pages in our little junk journal here. So let's get out our supplies. I need my awl. And we're going to use this little color here, and I'm going to get my clips out. And I need a needle. What needle do I want to use? And this is wax thread, and it's amazing. Let's look in there and see what needles we got. Hey, I couldn't find my little scissors, and now I know where they were at. So I went to an estate sale, and I found all of these larger needles. These say tapestry needles. I don't know. I just threw them all in here. With me just starting out doing this, I'm not sure if those are the correct usage for those, but that's where they're at, and that's kind of what I've been using them for. All right, so I'm just going to take these clips, and now Amber had a really smart idea. I just don't have a hardback book. I don't even have a soft cover book that I could open up and use that, except for my Edith Holden. And okay, you guys, let's all just be really honest. We're not going to do that. Cannot be doing that. All right, and we're going to clip this in here. And I just want to make sure it's in there. And then I'm going to take my awl, and I'm going to poke 3 holes. I'm just going to guess. I don't like to measure. And I'm going to poke through here in the center, and I'm going to make it really large so I can see the hole and kind of make it easier. And then I'm going to go about 1 inch in, and we're going to put one up here at the top. Okay. Let's poke that through there. All right. And now we're going to go back to the bottom. We're going to do about the same thing. All right. That gives us our 3 holes. And then I just like to go back and stick this in the center and leave it while I'm getting my other stuff ready. And don't lose my little cover, because those... All right, so this one looks perfect. And if you guys have any ideas on how to do this better, please let me know. I like to go 3 times. 2, 3. The length of this. And if you use regular thread, Miss Betty had a wonderful tip. If you have beeswax, just take your regular thread and run it through the beeswax, and then it's wax, and it's just like this and easy to use. All right, let's get this here. All right, so now I'm going to move my awl, put my little protector on there, and we're going to go straight through, and we're going to leave a tail, and we're going to come up to the top hole and in. We're going to go down to the bottom hole and pull it snug. And then here, you're going to move this out of the way. Make sure you do not split your thread. You're going to come back up through. Make sure you're not splitting your thread here, and that you're going on the opposite side of your center string. You're going to pull it up. And then if you want a really long tail where it sticks out the top, you can definitely adjust this to, come on, where these are a little longer and they stick out. So that way when you tie this off, you can add charms or whatever you would like to do. And I tie opposite directions. And I'm going pretty snug. Let's go ahead and take these off while I'm tying here. All right, and I'm just gonna snip those right there. I'm not sure how I'm gonna decorate this yet because I was in a hurry. I think the storms are coming in, you guys. There is our journals. And if you don't like this sticking out, you can always trim these shorter. If you do not want to add, you can tie it into a little bow. And then you just decorate as you please. All right, again, the paper pack is Betty's Custom Designs, and I'm just going to trim this one right on off here. It done got crooked on me. It is the Retro Christmas papers, and you can find them in her shop. I'm going to link the papers below and her Etsy shop. I hope you guys go over, get you some, and make these and give them away as Christmas gifts. Just a fun, quick little project for you guys to do. So make sure, if you are not already subscribed, to subscribe below. 100 giveaway, you guys, is coming soon. We hit 50 yesterday. Thank you all for all of your support. Thank you again, Miss Deanna, for sending all those wonderful gifts to put into the giveaway. That was very kind of you and very thoughtful. Like this video, you guys, so more people can see it and they can subscribe, so you possibly can be the winner. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next weekend.